While recording my most recent script for The Casual Criminalist, Simon asked this question.
Why would they want this to go slowly? They don't have death penalty, right? It's California. So why are they purposefully delaying this? Just get it done with, no?
For context, the episode this clip comes from is called The Costa Mesa Manhunt, which covers 2 brutal homicides that occurred in California in the early 2010s. At this point in the script, defendant Dan Wozniak was on his way to trial for murdering Sam Hare and Julie Kibuishi, and Simon was confused about why Dan's attorney, Scott Sanders, would be interested in deliberately slowing down the legal process in order to delay trial. As he said, how does delaying the trial benefit Dan? Or, to phrase the question more broadly, how does delaying any trial benefit any defendant? Well, fortunately, the answer to this is surprisingly simple. So simple, in fact, that it can pretty much be summed up in 2 words. Shit happens. No, I'm not joking. If you go seeking an answer to this question on just about any law information website, that is essentially the answer you'll receive. Only they typically use a bit more legalese to say it. You see, while United States citizens are guaranteed the right to a speedy trial by the 6th Amendment of the Constitution, some defendants, specifically those who find the evidence stacked against them, may benefit from extra time because many types of evidence can degrade or even expire completely if the delay is long enough. As explained by user Seditious3 on r/asklawyers, 95% of the time, the longer it takes, the better it is. Witnesses lose interest, move, or die. Time creates hazy memories, which I can exploit. The DA gets tired of it and makes a better offer. Cops retire and move to Florida, etc. In Wozniak's case, we can see a clear example of this happening when one of the key witnesses that was scheduled to testify against him died in a car accident while Sanders stalled for nearly 6 years. This worked out in Dan's favor because it weakened the overall case against him and caused the prosecution to have to re-strategize. Fortunately, in Wozniak's case, there was still more than enough physical evidence and other witness testimony to put him away for life. But I'm sure you can imagine how a death like this could cause an entire case to collapse in on itself if the prosecution was relying heavily on a singular witness. This is often what is meant when someone says the prosecution's case fell apart or something to that effect. Another potential benefit for the defense revolves around the public's perception and awareness of a case. When a big crime first occurs, the defendant usually gets a lot of negative media attention. This attention can affect all sorts of things, like the ability of the court to find unbiased jurors. It can also heavily affect the types of plea deals offered and put heavy pressure on the prosecution to devote more time and resources to securing a conviction to prevent public outrage. After all, no DA wants to be dragged through the mud by the press because they let a killer walk away free or with just a slap on the wrist. By allowing for a cooling off period, it's possible that the public's anger may lessen as the media shifts its attention to newer stories. Ideally for the defense, the media and the public would forget about the case altogether, which would make the prosecution much less likely to fight tooth and nail the way they would during a high-profile trial. Of course, these delay tactics can backfire from time to time because the same types of evidence degradation can occur on the defense's side as well. It also means that the defendant is left in a state of limbo for as long as the delay lasts, which is usually very taxing on their mental and physical health as they'll usually be incarcerated the entire time, and that incarceration will occur in jail instead of prison. There are also risks for the defense counsel as well because, as UK lawyer Liam Bird explained to me, deliberately delaying trial solely for any of the aforementioned benefits can result in sanctions for the lawyer. If you like this style of quick follow-up video where I answer a question that Simon asked in one of his videos, please give this video a like and a share. It truly does help the channel attract more eyes, which is really important right now for its growth. For those of you who may not have seen my community post, I want to let you know that I do plan to release more content very soon. I appreciate all of you who have subscribed the past few days, and I can't wait to show you what I've been working on.